Good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
Good
ma'am.
morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. In a
Good
previous
morning, ma'am.
Good morning. In our previous class, we have seen the viewpoints of Gandhiji also and of B.R. Ambedkar also. What we have seen in this, can anybody explain what Gandhiji is trying to say and we have understood in this? What Gandhiji is trying to say here in this paragraph? Yes. Have you read the lesson at home? What Gandhi,
Yes, ma'am.
what Gandhiji is trying to say in this paragraph?
Ma'am, that they want India where poor can also be equally treated as rich people.
Very good, Almas. Yes, Gandhiji wanted the constitution of such kind in which no high class, no low class people will be there. Perfect harmony should be there. Plus, no room in such an India for the curse of untouchability should not be prevailing in that. Plus, no place for intoxicating drinks and drugs should be there in the free India. Clear? So this was the viewpoint or views of Gandhiji given in this paragraph. Then Dr. Ambedkar was of the different viewpoint. He had helped a lot in eliminating inequality. Inequality को पूरी तरीके से खत्म करने का सबसे बड़ा हाथ किसका है? डॉक्टर B.R. Ambedkar का. Now, what was the viewpoint of Ambedkar? What was the viewpoint of Ambedkar?
Ma'am, they want equality in social and economic.
Very good. Here Ambedkar
And
was
ma'am, they want one man, one vote, and one value.
very good. Yes, good, Almas. Then here Dr. Ambedkar is trying to say that he is totally criticizing Mahatma Gandhi on the viewpoint of equality. And now, according to Ambedkar, equality means the equality should be given to people in social sphere also and economic sphere also. So not only in political sphere, but people should get social and economic equality also. That means one person, one vote, one value should be there in the country, and with that, socially status of all the people should be equal, plus economic life. That is no distinction between the people should be made. Clear? Then we have to start from here, I think.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, finally, let us turn to Jawaharlal Nehru. Now, first we have seen about Gandhiji, then we have seen the viewpoint of Dr. Ambedkar. Then we B.R. Ambedkar. Then we come to about the Jawaharlal Nehru giving the famous speech to the Constituent Assembly at the stroke of midnight on 15th of August 1947. Now, 1947 at the midnight, what speech Jawaharlal Nehru is giving? I will read once. Listen. Long years ago, we made a tryst with destiny. Have you heard this word? Tryst with destiny. It was
No, ma'am.
okay. This was a famous speech given by Jawaharlal Nehru called as tryst with destiny. That means to make secret deal with something that is destined for us. Destined means fortune for us, and for us, what was the destiny? The freedom was our destiny. Destiny means the fortune or luck. Clear? So long years ago, we made a tryst with destiny, and now the time comes when we shall redeem our pledge. That means we can save our pledge or regain our pledge, not only in wholly in full measure, but very substantially, very essentially. It was very essential to save our pledge now. Then at the stroke of midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will wake to life and freedom. When the world will sleep, then India will get the freedom. It's back. Then a
Prime
moment
Minister,
comes.
environmental lawyer.
a moment comes which comes but rarely in history. बहुत कम आता है ऐसा moment when we step out of the old to new, जब हम पुराना छोड़कर नए में आते हैं. When an age ends and when the soul of nation long suppressed find utterance. Find utterance means the expression. It is a type of expression given. Then it is fitting that at the Solomon moment, in this sincere moment when India is gaining its independence, we take a pledge of dedication to the service of India and her people and to the still large cause of humanity. Means these leaders are taking pledge to continue their service, to give the services for India and her people. Who are the people? The Indian people. Clear? The citizens of India. Till here it is clear? Then freedom and
Yes,
power.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Freedom and power bring responsibility. Now, when we get freedom, independence, and when we ourselves are having the power of supreme power and authority in our hand, then it brings us a responsibility. We have a responsibility on our shoulders, because we have gained freedom and we are also having a power now to make the administration, or how to means how to govern the country. So it is a great responsibility on the shoulders of our leaders. The responsibility rests upon this assembly. This assembly means this constituent assembly. Then the sovereign body representing the sovereign people of India. The sovereign body means the supreme body representing the supreme people of India. That is the free people of India. Before the birth of freedom, we had endured all the pains of labor, and our hearts are heavy with memory of this sorrow. That means before the birth of freedom, before we got independence, we have endured, we have passed through all the pains of labor. Means what torture or sorrows we have suffered during the reign of Britishers, when we were under the Britishers, and our hearts are heavy with the memory of this sorrow, and still we remember those sorrows which we have faced during the Britishers. Sorrow means वो दुख के समय हमें अभी भी याद है. Some of those pains continue even now. Nevertheless, the past is over. Past हमारा खत्म हो गया है, and it is the future that beckons us to us now. और अब जो ये future है वो हमें अब invite करा. What is the future? The future is the independence, the independent India, the responsibility to rule over India successfully. That is the future, and that beckons to us now. Beckons to us now means that invites to us now. Now that future is not one of ease or resting, but of incessant striving. Continuous striving is necessary so that we may fulfill the pledge we have. That means that future is not one of the ease. Means easily nahi hai hamara future, that we have got independence, we should rest now in peace. But no, we should continue fight for the fulfillment of the pledges. जो भी हमने pledge लिया है, जो भी हमने वादे किए हैं, the leaders are saying that it is a continuous we have to follow the continuous process to fulfill our pledges. So we were on that leaders had to fulfill their pledges, whatever they had taken the oath to run the country. We have so often taken that one we shall take today. The service of India means the service of millions to suffer. Then to serve India, that means to serve its people. To serve India means to serve its people. It means the ending of poverty and ignorance. That means what oath, what pledge they have taken? To end the poverty, to end the ignorance. Ignorance means the illiteracy, and disease and inequality of opportunity. Inequality, ignorance, poverty, all should be ended. Now, the ambition of the greatest men of our generation has been to wipe every tear of every eye. So the ambition means it is the determination of the greatest man. Yes, the determination of the greatest man that the to wipe the tears of every eye that may be beyond us, but as long as there are tears and suffering, so long our work will not be over. तो जब तक एक आंख में भी आंसू है, उन्होंने ये pledge लिया था कि एक आंख पे भी अगर आंसू है, that means our work is not over till then. We have to continue with our work so that every citizen of a country lives peacefully and happily here, and they do not again be in that condition, that sorrow condition, वो दुख के समय जो उन्होंने ब्रिटिशर्स के अंडर में रहे थे. Clear? Now, philosophy of the constitution. Philosophy of the constitution means the basic principles. Fundamental principles or basic principles of the constitution. You can write down basic principles or fundamental principles of the constitution. Now, values inspired and guided the freedom struggle and were in turn nurtured by it. Now, the values, whatever values we got, that has inspired and guided by the freedom struggle. Freedom struggle means we had fought bravely against the British rule, and that has nurtured us. Nurtured us means that had given much experience. We have gained much experience from that and formed the foundation of the India's democracy, and that's we had made given a basis, that is the freedom struggle was one of the basis for the Indian democracy. Now, these values are embedded. These values are embedded means included in the preamble. What is a preamble? What is a preamble?
Introduction of the Constitution.
Very good. Introduction of the Constitution. So these values which we have gained from the freedom struggle, the values of equality, liberty, freedom. So these values all are embedded, included in the preamble of Indian Constitution. They guide all the articles of Indian Constitution. The Constitution begins with the short statement. The Constitution begins with the short statements of basic values. Now, this is called a preamble to the Constitution. Clear? So what is Constitution? Sorry, what is preamble? The Constitution begins with the short statement of its basic means. कोई भी मुख लिखने से या कुछ भी हम लिखते हैं तो उसके लिए हम पहले इंट्रोडक्टरी स्टेटमेंट्स लिखते हैं. The same thing is with the preamble. The Constitution begins with the short statement through which we can see that what all things are present in our Constitution. So that is called as a preamble to the Constitution. Taking inspiration from American model. Now, from where we got the inspiration of writing this preamble to our Constitution, this preamble, to write the preamble to our Constitution, we got the inspiration from American model. Most countries in the contemporary world have chosen to begin their Constitution with the preamble, because at that time, most of the countries have begun their Constitution with this preamble only. So we also were inspired by the American model, which they had been given the preamble before starting the Constitution. Clear? So this is the preamble of the America. Here it is of the South Africa. Now we come to here for India. Let us read the preamble of our Constitution very carefully and understand the meaning of each of its keywords. Whatever keywords are there given here, which is highlighted, we will read each and every word and understand, try to understand it carefully, because these terms are often asked when in the higher education also. Clear? So the preamble of the Constitution reads like a poem on democracy. It contains the philosophy, values or philosophy or fundamental basic principles on which the entire Constitution has been built. It provides a standard to examine and evaluate any law and action of the government. कोई भी law, कोई भी action government लेती है तो उसको whether it is good or beneficial for the country and its people or not, we can evaluate, we can see through the preamble, through the constitution only, to find out whether it is good or bad. It is the soul of the Indian constitution. So preamble is the soul of the Indian constitution. What is the soul of Indian constitution? Preamble.
Preamble.
Okay.
Preamble.
Now these keywords we will understand, each and every keyword. We the people of India. Now this denotes the constitution has been drawn up and enacted by the people. That is, whatever the constitution has been prepared by the leaders. Now it is prepared by the leaders, but leaders are what? The people of our country only. So the constitution has been drawn up and enacted. Enacted means made by the people through their representatives. Representatives को choose किया गया. The leaders were chosen for the constituent assembly. They formed the constituent assembly and then drawn a constitution, and not handed down to them by king or any outside powers. Means this constitution has been made by our people, and those people are representatives of us only, who has made. And this constitution is not simply handed by the king or the outside power, because we have only decided all the rules and regulations, and our representatives on our behalf only, they had drawn this constitution for independent India. Clear what does we the people of India means? Now sovereign.
Yes, ma'am.
Sovereign people have supreme right. Sovereign means people have supreme right to make decision on internal as well as external matters. Previously, the decision was given in the hands of the Britishers. Britishers were deciding of rules and regulations, but now as we are free, we have the supreme right to make the decisions on the internal as well the external matters. No external power can dictate the government of India. कोई भी external power will not have the right to guide us for any type of rule or law in our country. Clear? So we have the supreme power now. That is called as sovereign. Now socialist, wealth is generated socially and should be equally shared equally by the society. Socialist means related to society, refer to the society. That means whatever wealth is generated in our country, it should be shared equally by the society. Government should regulate the ownership of the land and industry to reduce socio-economic inequalities. Now government should regulate, should check the ownership of the land, that and on the industry also, and should reduce the socio-economic inequalities. Should see, the government should see that everything is distributed equally and no socio-economic inequalities is prevailing in our country. That is called as socialist or related to the society. Then coming the secular. Secular is the citizens have complete freedom to follow any religion. Complete freedom to follow any religion is a secular state. India is a secular state, but there is no official religion also. There is no official religion, means state does not force any particular religion for the citizens to follow. Everybody is free to follow its own religion in our country. So government treats all the beliefs and practices with equal respect also. Next is democratic, a form of government where people enjoy equal political rights, elect their rulers, hold them accountable. That means that is a democratic form of government. We as an independent India is a democratic form of government, and we have the right to enjoy the political rights to choose our representatives. And if any rule or regulations made by the government, government is accountable to us. Accountable to us means for every rule and regulation made by the government, it is that government has to tell us why he has or it has made that type of rule and regulation. If it is not in favor of the people, people can also oppose that. The government is run according to the some basic rules and regulations. Now next is republic. Republic means the head of the state in an elected person is an elected person and not hereditary position is not there. After the father, son will sit on the as a prime minister or president post. but the head of the state is an elected person. It is chosen by the people only. That is called as republic. Justice means citizens cannot be discriminated on the grounds of caste, color, gender, or religion. Social inequalities have to be reduced. Social inequalities also should be reduced. And government should work for the welfare of all, especially the disadvantaged group. Disadvantaged group means government should work for the upliftment of the backward classes, socially backward classes. I hope justice is clear now. Now liberty.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now liberty, there is no unreasonable restrictions on the citizens in what they think, how they wish to express their thoughts, and the way they wish to follow up their thoughts in action. That means they are free. Liberty, in one sense, we can say that people are free. No restriction, no foundation on the thinking or the working of the people, as far as they do not harm the other people. Clear? Next is equality.
Yes, ma'am.
Equality means all are equal before law. The traditional social inequalities have to be ended. जो traditional inequalities है, ऊंची जात नीची जात, इस टाइप से जो inequalities traditional में past में चली आ रही थी, उनको बिल्कुल तरीके से खत्म कर दिया गया है. The government should ensure equal opportunities for all. अब equal opportunities है, even at any profession, the girls can go or choose any profession also. But previously the girls even were not asked to go for the higher studies also, but not in this case today, but because equality is being provided to each and every citizens by our constitution. Clear? Now fraternity. Fraternity means brotherhood, bhaichare ki bhavna. All of us should behave as if we are members of the same family. When we are the members of the same family means भाई बंधुत्व है हमारे, एक दूसरे के मन में भाईचारे की भावना है. No one should treat fellow citizens as inferior और दूसरे citizens को inferior low category में नहीं देख सकते. So these are the few important terms which have been embedded in our constitution, that is in preamble of our constitution, and I have explained you each and everything clearly. You can also read by yourself and learn it, try to understand it. Clear? Because it is very important in further after 12th class also, for any competitive exams, and also you will find these terms might be asked. Clear? Now note the terms socialist
Yes,
and
ma'am.
secular were added in the preamble through the 42nd constitutional amendment. Now amendment is the word means change, constitutional change, कुछ rules, कुछ regulations समय के साथ change करनी पड़ती है. So the term socialist and secular was added in the preamble through 42nd constitutional amendment in 1976. Clear this much? Now the institutional design.
Yes, ma'am.
Institutional design. Institutional design means how the government should be there. Government administration should be there. Clear? Institutions. Now the constitution is not merely a statement of values and philosophy. Constitution सिर्फ एक statements, values और philosophy, rules and regulations ही नहीं है, basic principles ही नहीं है. As we have noted above, the constitution is mainly about embodying these values into constitutional arrangements. इन values को कैसे हम गवर्नमेंट इंस्टीट्यूशंस में अरेंजमेंट को इंट्रोड्यूस करें, इनको वर्किंग में ले, इट इज ऑल्सो वेरी मच इम्पॉर्टेंट. कि सिर्फ इनको पढ़ना, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में रख देना लिखा हुआ है, इट इज नॉट ओनली सच, बट हाउ दे शुड बी मेड इन वर्किंग in the government offices, government institution is also more necessary. Now before I continue this, today I am going to upload this video also and the PDF of the notes, PDF of notes of this lesson plus the notes of the question and answers. Clear? You have to submit the notebook, no problem. If you can complete the work, it's good. Otherwise, no problem. When you will get the notebooks back, you can complete at that time also. But today is Wednesday only. if today today only I'm going to submit this PDF of question answers and notes. Don't copy the notes, only copy the textbook questions which I the next PDF. 2 PDFs will be there today uploaded on the student portal. Clear? 2 PDF student portal पे upload होंगे, एक तो notes का होगा, एक question answers का होगा. तो question notes तो आप अपने पास save करके रख लीजिए, but question answers you have to do it in the notebook. Clear? And it is not compulsory
notes
कि आप
print
जल्दबाजी में गलत करें. It is up to you how you can do it and when you have to do it. Yes. Okay, now continuation. Much of the document called Constitution of India is about these arrangements. Now this much of the document, which document we are talking about? The Constitution is called the Constitution is about the arrangement. Whatever lessons student is asking about which lessons to be submitted, whatever lessons you have completed, at least submit that much part. Hana? At least once your notebook can be checked by me. Clear? Okay, now the much of the document called Constitution of India is about these arrangements. These arrangements means these values and these principles which we are going to embedded in the government institutions. Now it is very long and detailed document. We are talking about our constitution, which is very long and detailed document. Therefore, it needs to be amended quite regularly to keep it updated. Off and on, it needs amended. Amended means changes had to be made regularly ताकि उसको update किया जा सके. With the need of the time, the changes in the rules and regulations can be made in the constitution. Those who drafted the Indian Constitution felt that it has to be in accordance with the people's aspiration. Now, those who had made the constitution, they had seen that the constitution, the rules and regulations are according to the wishes or the needs of the people and the society. They did not see it as a sacred. उन्होंने इसको एक तरीके से sacred होली नहीं माना, static के उसमें changes नहीं किया जाए, और unalterable law, ऐसा कोई law नहीं बनाया कि जिसको change नहीं किया जाए. It is made in such a way that the changes, the amendments can be made according to the time and need of the people. So they made provisions to incorporate changes from time to time. So time to time changes can be made in this constitution. These changes are called constitutional amendments, and these changes which are made from time to time according to the needs and aspirations of the people, it is called as constitutional amendments. Now the constitution describes the institutional arrangement in very legal way. Very legal language is used to describe this government institutional arrangements. If you read the constitution for the first time, be quite difficult to understand. It will be very difficult to understand because it is a lawful language, it is a legal language. But the basic institutional design is not very difficult. So institutional design a framework hai, it is not difficult if you will understand. The Indian Constitution lays down a procedure of choosing a person to the government of the country, how the country to be governed by whom, and how that person can be chosen by the people. Everything is given in detail over there in a constitution. It defines who will have how much power to take which decision. Everything in detail and clearly it is written that which government organization will carry which work and which decisions or which power can be given to which particular government institution. And it puts limit to what the government can do by providing some rights to the citizens. Now the government has been controlled or limited by the rights provided by the citizens. Citizens को कुछ rights दिया गया है जिससे कि limitations लगाई दी गई है government को, because now the government is more powerful in the country. Now the one who is more powerful उसके लिए control करने के लिए ही limits लगाई जाती है, and that is the limitation put on the government by providing rights to the citizens, and that cannot be violated. जिसको नजरअंदाज नहीं किया जा सकता. The remaining 3 chapters in this book are about the 3 aspects of working of the Indian Constitution. Indian Constitution कैसे work करता है, You will read further in this lesson. We shall look at some key constitutional provisions also in this chapter and understand how they work in the democratic politics. So these are the things we will further read. But till here, we have understood that to limit the powers of the government, we, the citizens, have been provided by certain rights, fundamental rights, which cannot be violated. And if rights are being violated by any purpose, then we can reach the courts to get back our rights. Clear? But this textbooks will not cover all the salient features of the institutional design in the Indian Constitution. Some other aspects will be covered in your textbook next year. Means this type constitution part will be continued in your 10th class also. This topic, clear, and in more detailed way. I hope till here it is clear, everyone. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So today I am going to upload the PDF of question answers and notes. If you want, you can complete the question answers in your notebook of civics. Clear? That's all for today. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Next, we will continue with what is remaining. Economics, I think, is remaining now. Economics, one lesson is remaining.
Yes.
Okay, we'll continue
Yes, ma'am.
economics. If any changes will be there, I will let you know afterwards. But we'll continue with economics now.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, ma'am.